everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, to say thank you. Say, Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things, you've Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. Say, I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my battle.
Ye fema ye wo London. Ya ji abasobodie bebre. Ne ya redare ewo mransemu. Eye legal services, be to say family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. Wo BWFDA, yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nya den kra. Yen partner penimpa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF solicitors kura won ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi te se child care eye abofrahwe mu awarja ye ho twema mentwe ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a ye ma legal.
What I have been through, you turned my pit into a well. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. I've been through a lot, but grace sustained me. My test is now a testimony. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. It was you, my lawyer in that courtroom. It was you, my soldier on that battlefield. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Hey, adumo, nyame, adumo, adum, adum intina metiasi, eya wadum tina mewoho. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum.
The essence of my praise is centered on your grace.
Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum.
Ene adom entina yehie mu adom tina ye wo nkwa enye adom na nka medie minim bebia me wo enti yebekoso ya dotwedi ampoase yebeda okokroko na ase yebeda oboade ase anopenso wadom ye nkwa no wadom ye adom edie wama yetutu anamo de aba GN radio studio si na yanimo eba bedi nkomo enti ne medican ayone se mechecha obi biara ode na fidie eda so ewo GN radio otie anase afempo na ode ede banom nyame enka ho nyame nhyraw me more good morning more good afternoon more good evening depending baby crap owo ene emo de mo hwam na ene legal hour if ya de bia ya de bremo enam adom ne nti no ena nso ya ba mo kwan na ene de yekofa ba ne de yakofa ba eyensem a en aba asori epeja dendenden ewo krom ha mekra my experience bi ene na nsen ya eno ase onam na kyese obehu a na kotiko omagina wa nya hwiara na kyese ye betututu botom ahwese wo a wukui enkanka wo dressing eka ho ebi kra abamuwa abayoa na yegina mo ye hwehwehwe mo ho na ho na se ehu bi koba na wano ampopo wano ankokasa yie pe na obibesie wewie ya no wanhwe yi a ade be chew no na ugina kotoka airport enkankan yenum bia ye huntwa ewo nkratasem mu yenum bia obeka yenuoma nsisipi enti no ye namane esonson ye ho na esan wo ho esan so wo ho enti no obehu a obeye den a no akotom ebi kura sometimes bronya ebebe yem party nketenkete ya yetwetwa wo yemfie ne ade wakoye dede kakra ma wo neighbor ne buefu wa frɛ koti abremo ye ba ya ye bibise mo ebi mo nsam mo anonsam kakra na ebisa ye na wanhwa obi besie bibi krem obehwe ade bechew na ogina kotoka saa manyomen obi bebisa se ye ho right se si ade right na abo right obi ase wo right na right hey Facebook ni YouTube so aye de tu obi ase wo right enti sa right cray montwe me ba mama me ne me papa ye nyina ya de pa ode ne ho lawyer emu doctor mu lawyer ye nyina ye frɛ no Uncle Ben ene ono asane wasane form say ene ono ye ba be di sa nkomo yi enti Uncle Ben ewa ha na ye ne ba betwetwe nkomo ne medical yo ne say mema Uncle Ben emre kakra na onchechia ahwefo na etiefo GN radio busua nyina ene BWF Solicitors ebusua nyina na afei deɛ yɛde nkɔmmɔ no ahyɛ aseɛ. Enti no, Uncle Ben, a very special good morning to you.
Good morning, Manyeti. Na yechia mo yechia etifo yene yadofo wana wabeka ye ho nene mo first time mo nyina ichichia mo se nyame adaroma wansa yetinkwam de na ewo se yede aseda kese no emanyame nti yede nyame asenso se na wamayen menkwa amayetimi ene mo ebedi nkita ho. Na the ebeka ne se ehunhia se sa particular topic se won share ya frɛ obi a obetie bi na se na ono betimi enya at least ba ku bi ato ne ikotokuom na eba se niema ye bebobɔso ye bi to na watimi ehu se na one either say police for and I say immigration enforcement officers no se no betimi ne omodi nkita ho. The thing say ye nyina ye nim ya setenem ewo krom ha se dodo na baha no na kyese ya nwo won ha enti permission and I say leave anom de abaha ana dodo na nso ewo ha no nso no ye nyina ye di adanse se bibi e friend stop and search eye tumi emra e de ama police no sometimes no aya na ne nhyehyɛ no enkoyie especially say we bibini na obi wo ho a o se yagina no na police ni no na wa ma no bu anase nimdeɛ anase wan timi ankyerɛ na deportenti a wagina no tie na de ebe ne se ye bebobɔ so mako se na be ya mo nyina mo betimi enya bibi at least wa enya bibi kra bibi baako a wo betimi e de ato obotom a wo betimi e de abɔ ho ban. Then your friend stop and search. And I say immigration for a stop all. The me person be when he say bibia please for a bia no. Trimupoa e was somebody and say omode bought your home ban. Say obi commit crime and I saw commit crime on best stop no. Enti you can't stop and search ye to me your law your friend PACE PACA of 1984 ma amended and say any of two codes code G and code C ema ho to me say omobetimi agina na sa to me no me pese obi ate ase say ye wo sa to me no ye wo mu mienu ye wo bibia a friend stop an account and ye wo stop and search. And some power of arrest, and some power of search of premises and vehicles. Into the first part, then your friend stop an account. See, I can stop an account. A power, please for war under pace. Into power, ne say umwa na owo sumu pobi say sebio yesi BBSC. Enti BBS no opese ohu se wo anipa saa nipa wo koyi no wo ka ho na saa de no e baya na enti o stop wa obisa account eno nya stop and search enti ogina wa first of all no se police ni gina wa ade wo so ye ne se o se oboni din wi a o so kire police station ko a o free eba o kire police station ko a o free bar I was so mawo reason tia wagina enti mo ma me mboso biom please na gina wa first of all I was say oboni din I was say o kire police station ko a ofiba I was so mawo reason tia wagina very basic reason sa na ma we ensia de o ye nyina na e unlawful okay enti mo ma yanti asesa enti nya afa na wo bi say please ni say what is your name. So who bisa say what is your name and not idea was so you know onye enti under your law no it me create instances I obetimi aye complaint and answer obetimi say omo detain wa obetimi asi omo enti why yes ade no say you stop an account I was say obisa within address baby a woko within w'address baby a wokɔ. Now obi bebisa sɛ lawyer na den na metimi ehu sɛ gyina a wagina me no ɛyɛ stop an account and I say a stop and search. First of all, no, stop an account no, wobetimi ignore no wako. Stop and search no, wuntimi ignore no. Mema mo difference no. Enti se police ni gyina na or start bisa questions are. First of all, no, bisa ne say am I detained? Because I stop and search and actually say we detain you. Say I stop an account on detain you into witimi ko. Now the difference between stop an account and stop and search and say with a stop and search no utimi ignore no enti action after that no say we ignore na walk no and constitute potential criminal offense. However, under stop and search no say original na oka say a stop and search and I say original oboni din obo police station fever any reason ti odi original wa ubisa ne say am I detained? No ka say yes you're detained. Just kai say I stop and search enti wuntimi entwa mfa no so. Within that process no you will be a friend of reasonable suspicion. Now I am very important. The factors here may raising in ano obia ebeti ase se saa niema we making se even emu ba kokra nya adwuma search no and I stop no unlawful. And the detention nonso unlawful. I bet me a constitute common law crime of unlawful detention. And to me, yes, sure, say police in no ejinaya ye nim reason tia we jinaye. Now, reason or the ejinaya ye friend of reasonable suspicion ye de beto board so mo bi ehu sisia no. Se police ni ejinawa ontimi njinaw manyeti because of the okan no, because of color, with dressing, with religion, with sexual orientation, with disability. And I say because what appear to him say will look will be our committed criminal offense dano. And you and no yet reason tia omobitimi ejinao. Reasonable suspicion no. A legal definition a case of Omara, an Irish case about the Irish Terrorism Act, no, it defines our reasonable suspicion. No. Reasonable suspicion, no, say any ordinary person, say oh whom within the situation now, wana, obetimi enya sa suspicion, no, our police in the case nintina ojina no. For example, in the case of Parker versus Essex Police, no, yenyina yenim. Barrymore, say mate, now ye TV, papa bi ko ni fi yesi okowu was swimming pool no. Sa Barrymore no, eba say after a while no, na police 4 person mo koche no. Na police ni na o koche no, ne tie epae wo kwan so. Enti ono DC ana detective constable oba no, ono ntimi anko. Enti omo frɛ obi foforo se nipa no nko koche no. Ana nipa no koe no koche no. Ano mu detaining no. Osiu police for no, na case of Parker versus Essex Police no. And a court and a case and the detention is unlawful detention. Both the arrest and detention is unlawful. Because police ni na nke koche no. Onu na know what reasonable suspicion because onim facts about the case. The your friend no na onim facts about the case. Enti ontimi enya reasonable suspicion. Just imagine se obi aba abecho wabra nipa no enim reason ebi ani penny na aka se ukọ na kochi na wusu ewo sei ewo na dwuma ma wa ewo ni fi. The fact alone say onim de enti yesi ombecheme no ontimi nka nkyere me de enti yesi ombecheme. Enti that fact no keke no eye arrest and the detention so mu detain no ewo police station na unlawful a obetimi esi omo. The other part no a me pese obi ehu no say was stop no then I was so ye. I was say police ni respectful. I was say oma privacy. I was say the search no prompt and quickly. Say opese oyi clothing item and item of clothing either the top item. I was say private. However, in certain instances, just remember Say police ni na was stop no. As I've said no. The din, the police station, reason for stop. Say sa reason na was stop on. Say when who sa reason no wo ho a e was so mawko. Again no, I was a police ni no e maw information say search na wa conduct no. Ubetimi I request a report of the search because some person you complainer. I was say we nya sa report no. I am very crucial. Says our items constitute power of arrest, and our power of search, and power of stop and search, I will say yen forces our power, no. And it is a police in ye be a enya. Utimi stop no. In fact, utimi report no. In fact, utimi see no. Going beyond that, no. Why yes, I near money na ewi no. Say a basse or arrest wa. I was say or catcher or say or arrest. Enti se police ni no anka nkyerɛ say we under detention and now we under arrest. Again you can walk away because se police ni no anka wo ne power of arrest na nkyerɛ na one ma reason tia or arrest wa sa reason or they ma or they arrest wo no ontimi ensesa. That is the only reason or they arrest wo. Enti so call police station na okosesan reason or they arrest wa na che say wa arrest any with detention no ay unlawful because the entire or che no ay for reason for within the stop and search under section 24 and of the PACE Act and a stop and search under section 60 of the Crime and Justice Act no there were two different reasons. Under section 60 of the Crime and Justice Act, no. Police ni no ehum hia se obenya reasoner or di ginao. Mesremo muntie difference no. Mama nka se Uncle Ben ka se police ni gina me was so reason. Ti ogina me no ama me reason na metwi afa ne so akọ. That's not what I'm saying. There were different powers. There were section 12 power, section 24 under PACE, there was section 60 under Crime and Justice Act. No. Section 60 no say BBSC ewo area into the police inspector at the inspector level no what defines our area no as a crime area into police no betimi ejina without reasonable cause. The fact that it was our area no. Say I don't know yeah I was say police in the catcher was say this area has been designated as a section 60 area. So one can't say a section 60 area will stop and search without a reasonable cause becomes an unlawful act. And therefore you can bring a complaint and answer you can bring a claim against the police for unlawful detention. The other reason a police need to be general say even with a reasonable suspicion, for certain factors, although say section 24 of PACE Oma amended to include all crimes, first now indictable crimes, for drugs, for offensive weapon, knife, either committing crime or about to commit crime or has reasonable suspicion, say what commit a crime. These are the reasons to be our police for it. About immigration officers, it has to be a trained immigration officer called Border Force Enforcement Officer. Border Force Enforcement Officer our power of stop and search and power of detention. Two powers, one administrative power under BBA, your friend of Schedule 2 of the Immigration Act, and then Section 17 of the Immigration and Borders Act. And I say power of criminal arrest, about within the immigration route, so I commit human trafficking, and I say we commit breach of the immigration rules. Just remember, say police need a detainee under administrative power. So do call police station. The BBI a friend PACE, a friend Police and Criminal Evidence Act of 1984 I amended. It doesn't apply. But please just remember, that we are detained by immigration officers at a police station who will right to review 6 hours, 9 hours, and 24 hours. Review under 6 hours, 9 hours, and 24 hours. So any of these reviews amba with detention no unlawful. Again, ubetimi bring action against the police. And there has been an action against the police, case of Zimbabwe. Police for no, sorry, immigration. Yama immigration home office for a compensation. Sometimes it might be a nominal compensation because the act itself was unlawful, but then there were other reasons why the person's arrest could constitute a lawful arrest, nominal. But still, the definition of lawful arrest must meet certain legal requirements. Finally, immigration actual for criminal offense under the Immigration Act, example, for human trafficking. PACE, I have friend Police and Criminal Evidence Act, and no na yadi adwuma. Na enoma utumi bebre, and both the code C and the code G, which is very important. And the code G, I the better board CCC. Amount 2 factors are a constitute lawful search. And I say the better code G ebe show. Into the code G, adia ekano, sa 2 factors, I will say ye juma. So bakukra anye juma, naturally say will stop search and detention, unlawful. Again, idea I was seeing ye shadows. Enti, for us, as a people, as black people, black community, it is important say we identify what the legal constituent of the power of stop and searches. And your power, police in the bit me ayekeke. And it is a police in any na or stop power. The first question I was so dream on say, waboni din, waboni police station, wabon raising tia. So one can't any of those 3 just remember say what he's doing becomes unlawful from then on.
Yo, Uncle Ben, Pacho, we are now young cousin.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben, that's it. When it comes to police and immigration, honestly speaking, you know, be yeah, a honor na you who say who a dear friend you who no na a especially when you are being stopped. Na wumo embia na wuhuncha, Uncle Ben, na police ejinao. Obi baby say, ebe dampo no wakai say. Jina na ye jina ono. Obey stop and search, obey stop and account, and answer the third one that you mentioned. I don't know about beye. Ne who is na chichire ye no. The mere fact say police jina ono. Enya min won crofo bebre home, Uncle Ben. Enti maybe sa question say eba ni say. Na umu embia na uhuncha because we are talking about migration samonso. Uhuncha inti unim ujina we mu ankasa no sa timid ehu no achichire udada ye ne me ba be kofie e dia asem na meka enti no that particular instance ne cry you might not even remember to take this observation. It's a place no or boni din ana or can reason ana bibia ofri Uncle Ben eba ni se na embia oti yen so wanti afa ya chill ye no ko. Can you go back and confirm say police one can all these factors here boss you one can be until you can stand say mbia a wrongful stop and search and now stop and account be no aso munana. Can you mpacho we dey make kind typical obi a no hu ntwa kra mpacho?
Well, under PACE code G and a code explaining PACE and our Police and Criminal Evidence Act of 84. Yes, say police ni ejinawa first of all. I was saw what reasonable cause and a reasonable suspicion. I was a power of arrest, I was exercising it fairly. I was exercising it responsibly and with respect. 3 items: fairly F, responsibly R, and with respect, and also R. And whether say we are illegal immigrant, and now we are illegal immigrant, and yet, so reason to now. police need to mean general say me suspect say we illegal immigrant. He no nya sa suspicion no. And the police under BBA friend race Race and Equality Act of 2010. It becomes unlawful, say police in general because of wakala. The stop and search itself becomes unlawful. Police need to mean say me suspect say we a criminal because we a black person. And I'm suspect say we are illegal because we are black person. Because under the Race and Equality Act of 2010, that suspicion purely based on color is illegal. And that is why your cultural community say, don't be afraid whether you are here legally or illegally. Or human rights under Article 5 I was here respected as human rights. In fact, as I speak to you, Spain for a law for even animals cross human rights. And it's important, sir, we respect the laws in the UK. Sadly, because we don't know our rights, and internet police for overriding, they cause a lot of unnecessary tension within the policing community, within the black community. And as a black person, you need to be alive to the various constituents of reasons why the police officer can stop you. And if the police officer is stopping you, what motions that he needs to go through. They are all legal requirements. They are not dress rehearsals, or they are not just fanciful phrases. They are legal requirements. So the police officer within the code is supposed to be fair, is supposed to be respectful, and again, these are things that he's supposed to do. So if a police officer stops you and he's being rude now, he's going against the code. And the code is a code that guides how police officers arrest, stop, and search. If he's going against the code now, it's a potential complaint pointer will be to me raising against it. The other thing that I need to tell you is if a policeman is not wearing a uniform, not ujinawa, he needs to produce a warrant. If somebody comes to you and says, I'm a detective and I'm stopping you now, just say, I'm sorry. Where's your warrant?
Okay.
A community police officer cannot stop you and search you unless he's wearing a uniform. Can we identify all this? Because we hear many cases black community members, minorities, have been stopped by either community police officers plain clothes. And that's unlawful. That's illegal. You can walk away. Or a plainclothes police officer stopping someone without showing a warrant and proceed to arrest the person. Every action from then becomes unlawful. It is important, so we identify with the reasons why we say, the power of stop and search, it's a restriction on your civil liberty. And because it's a restriction, it may be for even 1 minute. It is still a restriction on your civil liberty. So be alive to your rights. A plainclothes policeman cannot stop and search you without producing a warrant. And when I say a warrant, something that shows that he's a policeman. A police community officer cannot arrest you or detain you or stop you if he's not wearing a uniform. And again, as I've said, if a policeman stops you, there are 3 basic things he needs to say. If he doesn't say those, whatever he's doing becomes unlawful. And these are the things that we need to remember, because sometimes they don't even want to tell you their name. I've seen videos where people keep insisting, what is your name? Why are you stopping me? And the police officer says, I don't have to tell you my name. Of course, he has to tell you his name. That is what the law says. And if a police officer stops you and says, I'm not going to tell you my name, just tell him that. And these days, because everything is recorded, it will constitute a ground to make the detention unlawful and becomes a common law crime or a misdemeanor, or a tort, which is actionable in law.
Thank you, Uncle Ben. And so, near me fa wahana titi and say, or say, yensu citizen and as a community, no, ye to me who these rights na a honor na most of the time we fail to learn and I say ye be acknowledge and I say be sua. And no say bibi say there are busy things that or say ye to me ye who because near Uncle Ben any actually addition kese pa please de omo baby almost stop we almost all the time na obejina wo no na unim the right wo right awo no obefa wo so obewie kra no na che unim grounds bia obeka say police ni gina me because almost so dodo na so no police for no with the little experience am wo no almost nim say majority of us no ye nim ye left from ye right ye nim ye right no enti no omo ba no omo opese o use that authority no di hura no be huna ugina ho na opopo sasa say eni say e wo say e ba ne sa moma yensua de we de make passionate about this thing the community moma yensua some of these rights in e be ya bibi say unka say you might fall a victim but unnim ochina enti no in case na bibi say tuwa na we hu ne o say we Uncle Ben
Manyati mame father ba konsoso. And this happens all the time. Obeti say immigration officers about Brixton Tube Station, Stratford Bus Garage, Aylford Bus Garage, Tottenham Station, Omujina wholesale stop. Now, that action, no, first of all, no, just remember, sir, the police and the immigration cannot stop you without reasonable suspicion. The only time they can stop you without reasonable suspicion if there is a Section 60 designation of the area. So when you get to the front and the police or the immigration says, what is your name? The first question you ask them, first of all, am I detained?
Okay.
So you ask them, am I detained? If he says you're not detained, just walk away. Don't tell him anything. You are not obliged to stop for the immigration or the police where you're not detained. And if the police says to you, yes, you're detained now, then they must have a reasonable suspicion why you're being detained. They cannot say, sir, because we think this is a black area, we're coming here to arrest illegal immigrants. That's action, no? And I see a lot of people join the queue. They get to the front of the queue. Who are you? Where are you going? Now, you can walk away. As I keep saying, walk away. First of all, for you to be sure, sir, you can walk away, you know. Ask the person. I know you haven't told me your name. I know you haven't told me your police station. And I know you haven't given me a reason why you're stopping me. But can I ask you, am I detained? If the police officer says you are not detained, just walk away. You are not obliged to answer. There's nothing they can do to you. But please make sure you also ask questions. Because if it's a stop and search under pace and you walk away, you could be arrested. Just bear in mind that stop and search is not an arrest. There are different powers for arrest and different powers for stop and search. Stop and search constitute an aspect of detention, a restriction on your civil liberty. Stop and account is as useless as it sounds. You can refuse to answer and walk away. So just be alive that when you get to Brixton Tube Station, and you see the immigration and the police stopping people, when you get and they don't tell you who they are and why they're there and why they're stopping you, you can ask them, am I detained? If they say you're not detained, just walk away. There's absolutely nothing they can do to you.
Okay, Uncle Ben, that's fair enough. Now, young fan baby, maybe you've been taken to the police station. All these initial stages, now you've gone through, you'll be taken to the police station. But before they arrested you or they've taken you to the police station, or when Bissau, any of your immigration status, this is where the police, immigration officers, they are anchor. Now, you know, I call police station, they say, okay, you pesa oma account of MBA BBS, say. Now, you Bissau immigration status, or honor patrol, why right? Or a police for, do they have that? Authorities or maybe some immigration status and now say you can refuse to answer that, Patrol.
Okay, the only reason a policeman obey me do a police station is the reasonable suspicion and all the stop and search. You know. abem. Okay? Ain't original for offensive weapon, for drugs. These days, even for money laundering, if you've got £1,000 or more, or for terrorism offense. That is why he stopped you. Or maybe it's a Section 60 designation and I was stopped because of fitted description. No. So do police station where I was a reason to or the stop on or report to my custody sergeant because or handy detention or I'm a custody sergeant. No. And Tiahona or your handover, no, it can only be for the reason now the stop on. Or feel say when who reason in Tia wage now. Se omo bisao asem na omo bisao immigration status. It's up to you. Say opese once na ompese once. Just remember, say once you arrest no, I will say please in any read will right mouth. Say okay. I am arresting you for this and that offense. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if what you say you fail to answer a question which you later seek to rely on. That is obisao questions now. So you have absolutely no duty to answer every question you ask at the police station. So if the policeman asks you about your immigration status, you can refuse to answer. It is your right. Nobody can force you to answer police questions. Absolutely not. Even where you're being interviewed under caution, nobody can force you to answer the questions because in some instances, silence gives you a better defense than explanation. And these are the things that we need to learn. I can give you an example. In the year 2000, I went to Gatwick police station in relation to importation of cannabis from Jamaica, a mother and a son, 2 white people. And the woman was arrested for a different reason. Now, when they searched her luggage, they found that she's got weed in there, commercial quantity. So she was then subsequently interviewed. Now, at the interview, my advice to her was to give explanation of why she thinks it was there. I think it was her boyfriend, and she knew nothing about it. Eventually, it came about it was somebody who's planted it in her luggage, and they were acquitted at the magistrate level. But in that case, she needed to explain. If she hadn't explained, then clearly, later, depending on that reason for defense now, then it becomes a problem. There's been instances where I've advised at the police station for the particular person to be silent. And it is for a good reason, because those days, it was up to the police to prove the offense. It wasn't for the alleged person now, to prove their innocence, because you are innocent until proven guilty. And in some instances, silence will be helpful than just giving explanations.
Okay, so next year, with the missing maybe some questions now. You better show now. It's here for my mom on some who quine na what baby sa. It could be say a net topic I discuss and yeah, no particular now work question. No interest I won't mean bisa. Oh, who can wait to bisa question be na mekoso nso achecha mo amaba Facebook ne so nyina nya menhira mo na Jemai o se mon share the kasadum jina sorry edu say mam na Ruby Bobby na Yaro mo nyina mebubodi na modoso pam jojina se wabo nso Ezekiel Johnson epemo o se mon koso ana mon share enche bia meba BWF Solicitors for no so my ade mesra mon koso an share say sa education na e dey brem menya yanka mepemu anka enka ye be ye ho drama so na yemfa like those of you who do these videos short videos ema community no monye bibisa so mo fa knowledge na no maye na mo de educate nti obi hwe a o hwe se police gina no woni victim na ye gina on police na nkyere na nyina na be koso na ye hu bibi because in some way ACC de bia ekoso every day ACC me say ne nansa me ankasa yes stop na je say almost stop me de na menya sa nim de nka se nia na me ahye no nka enko yes but ne nyina enka etri enye bibia na incident bi na esi na yebisa say e dey me hu ye blah 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 and those kind of things. But senka ehu bi ewo me mu saa afi na okogina ho ehu ne kura mpo kura be create suspicion ananko ben ya gina ona wo pupu sasa na kura be create suspicion bi ama police na go further and opeso hu nti a o pupu no enti no moma ye nya kukudro nso se police ni bi ana immigration officers bi ejina ya yo na mesa ye didi dwuma no GN radio normal number na start 077879399958 no enye dwuma enti all the other lines no eye dwuma including the 07596620154 and also eye dwuma. You can text, you can send a voice message, you can send a voice note ube to me as sending WhatsApp ube to me so afre lines no 0203-735-8820 and now say 0203-2860185 ni nyina eye dwuma nto fra na Uncle Ben wa ha no we yiwa no fefefe. Uncle Ben ye koye nimi wo question ba ko na question no obi be se nipa ko ne sheda chimetna ase e na obo me amane na internet se mu wa yie but before I make come there na mu wa no me answer me nua be me answer hello kola pato o wa ho so ye fra o se na o kasa friend.
Hello manye, good morning.
Good morning, Papa.
Uncle Ben, good morning.
Good morning.
But already I know you kaka and family we can but you meet me abusa.
Koso ne bisa Papa.
But Uncle Ben, say your wife were no two coin for Europe. Not say the time so say and cut it over G indefinite no Maya. But your Bemano, but Opasa Uncola about which me a performer about not say, oh, mamma, indefinite that's it.
Well, I mean, first of all, no, you name say interim period, IP period, no, and day 31st of December, 11 p.m. And your names between 1st of January and then the 30th of June also. And also you might be a chance to say, so what your application. However, I know interest se nipa no an application no between sa periods na ontimi an application. In fact, omo de abase your exemption situations be a ubetimi aye. In fact, Minister for Home Office, RD or Parliament, say will be an application. I'm on trainason to say time na pa ho crash to me here. Some no ka say even ye wo mo wo kromo ha omo ware Ghana ware by December last year. But ene ana omo nsa ka omo customary marriage certificate ene ye dey application ye dey ma wo nyina. Enti say nei wo kromo ha ana say we EU ni watu kwan but now what ha by December ana before December na waba ha so wo babaka wutimi babak etimi be your application wutimi nso your application for for indefinite leave to remain or outside and sana what aba EU appendix EU family permit and appendix EU and then you know ma ho kwan say wutimi your application or outside for indefinite leave now what aba are possible. However, more and more that's what na more worry EU for maybe our worry no June last year, February last year, December last year. What tries to buy a marriage certificate now we will be, but and then when your marriage certificate now, and now what the bar not data or the worry before 31st of December, and now the bar it debate me a successful application amount. Ain't even in that particular situation, a nipa no fa ne ho nkyere da kra no obetimi aye ampa nipa na wo ka no oba obetimi aye na busuafo egina ne so no nso e wo retention of right because a nipa na fikro mu ha permanently a no affect him right no so mu meet certain requirements under appendix EU now and I said the old star regulation 10 now a critique options ma o retention of right. Inti uniha semutimi your application.
Mpacho now or your man of 5 years now. Why your preset why BBA by 5 years and now so I think of very new change definitely. I know now. Well fear on my
I know America say obetimi ababaye obetimi aye outside. And I said mokra mujina ne so no mobetimi aye e wo nachi. Aye ne nyina aye possible. Law no ma ho kwan ama BBS because you need free her on say mwatetena no. Se mutimi meeti old star regulation 10 yes mobetimi aye. Ono so timi ba ebeto ana ade so. The here ne say obetimi a kire se by the 31st of December, all those physically no ni ha no, but no abakro mu hadada. Ti or one a card or the one 5 years no. Ultimate ba any problem cry. Why?
But me nya media 9 months emergency about person cooking but kwan dem
What's when you are there 5 months in your day?
9 months.
9 months.
And your day.
Emergency about like person me coffee man just make me aquaba.
Once our means of return no. Yes, we bet me a call. And he said, oh, card and quadia and our vignette, our passport to ma. Yes, we bet me a call. No, why?
Okay.
Okay.
You, that's a papa. Say, still I throw Adrian. Ponako who be WF solicitors. Why?
But
you, that's it. Sanya, you know, the numbers again 0203-735-8820 and as 0203-2AC-0185. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you're online. Your number ends 4989. Patrona also no. Yo, my ente onka.
Chairman Yati, much uncle Ben. Pastor, my question may be say, Mrs. Sabina may be some man. Or your application, our echo home office, or our evening. And your from interview, or more interview, no. Or more chair be that move 5 pen or 1. I'm going to report it because I need to talk to you. You're on the phone. It's really good. I'm supposed to be working by now. Yeah?
Oh, I remember now. Cause yes, more.
I mean, just not. That's obviously
okay. Sound Fred back. Why? Sorry. Yo, with the unfortunate Uncle Ben, open so a woman is some part of wow, she froze and I'll cast a free.
But a friend Joseph, for every Nottingham.
You, Papa, Pacho Bisa was a young boy.
If I talk, baby, much only EU, Wabetina Krumwa, by any pre settlement status, no. But also, we are only Krata, Nadia, only Yuma, I mean, only Sena. Ubetuma afa nusu ejanya unkrata.
Yo, you said yeah, say ni pani ede ba. Yo ango ben pato manemwa kakama.
O say EU ni awa no, one na nyema.
Ono ono be ma no oni bi na setira emunye na we share baby ono obi na ensempo from onyensen abanto bi say nyensen na akwara ne yanya wo no bobi say
Dabi akwala no tete yewu akwala na
obetimi gina ne so nyankrata na
absolutely yenyina yenim say from June no after June omo amende appendix FM no at the EU4 beka ho it is only in that particular case over limited leave Utimi apply for Burma. Now we also know say under EX1A and EX1B are alternative no. Say wo eba and as under regulation 117B. Sorry, under paragraph 117B. So a year any bar na ikuni bar na eba ni meet those requirements, including in this case, no eba ya yebe wunia utimi jina kola na so. Through Mameno, now what the idea assistant. Of course, yes, let me.
Papa, what's it?
Mati pa.
Shenin send ye pa, why? Na yo bye no before
Bye-bye.
asemo mpacho wa ujina so ma America kra na menka me question Daniel Yabua say hello Uncle Ben, hello Auntie Na. Thank you for your good works. Please, I have 2 questions to ask. I have a British daughter. She will be 1 year next month. I started my application March ending. 1, I applied for a fee waiver and it was granted. How long do I have to wait for a response from Home Office for the main application? It was made just after the fee waiver was approved. And then secondly, also I've received a letter from this asking, from NHS asking if I have an in-time application at the Home Office because my visa has expired. So I have to pay for their services. They have also written to Home Office to confirm this. Can this affect the outcome of my application? Patroni question, no, Uncle Ben.
Okay, well, I mean, first of all, no, sir, we application for family life under Appendix FMR. Yenim say ebetimi di anything up to 6 months. Just bear in mind, sir, application no date now we no data the bonds and are very crucial. Until be one year application March and so you're born in August. To all kind 6 months now, just be mindful. So sometimes in your date of application because someone born which is a biometric requirement under the immigration rules now. I am part of the process I had a valid application. The second part, obi awaye fee waiver the process of application for fee waiver a part of the application process. And under section 34 of the immigration rules, and our paragraph 34 of the immigration rules, so obi application for fee waiver or you're protected under section 3C. So time or your application for fee waiver now our in-time application. The case will be our in-time application now our lawful residence, but our lawful residence in Wui. Our time I would apply for fee waiver Fee waiver no could do 6 months or crana wasitana no kuwa, wasitana no enwui. Ain't our lawful residence. The other part, no more approval fee waiver now, or 10 working days, and at 10 days, I was our year application. So we have application within that period now. Still, we are covered by section 3C of the immigration rules. Sorry, of the Immigration Act of 1971, which basically means so we are in-time application. Application in Wuda kopem time on by decision. Even we exercise or right of appeal, and also enwu kopem time on be decide appeal. Even we lose to appeal now within section 39E, paragraph 39 of the immigration rules. Or another 14 days with immediate application, a bit me constitute lawful residence. All those you will not be protected by section 3C. And in your case, we need problem. Once we have application for fee waiver and son our sitting on say fee waiver and background was sitting on utimi koso your application and affect you, utimi koso your juma and use NHS and BBA was a wee beer.
Okay. Uncle Ben, that's any pammy no need now, man. Some patcha back on money and day with 54005. Patcha one they do. So if I was saying now, Casa friend.
Hello, Pacho. May the Ernest, Manati Michelle, Uncle Ben, so good morning.
Yeah, Joe, so papa.
Okay. Wait there, by stop and search, Uncle Ben, it can be about community police. Yes. But mesmo program be I'm sure on Facebook auditing Britain, like or they say police force stopping any but to one of the program if you live community police is stopping. And I can't say the police community police doesn't have the right to stop and obey search unless a police person to come in. Into a maneuver police and cause I wonder me person maybe Uncle Ben I mean who say community police are they entitled some bit me stop as search and now say just a police officer and kasaba. And I'm a second question here. In your speed camera air capture na baby a speed limit na never on road in this one almost the signboard abc almost because road work And a camera ne so I capture the wrong one because camera ne they natural 30, but road work for ne the so diabetes so immediate in air 40. So I don't know say make me dispute about it or not. Na me dem partner car and an AU so into also new country more but matromo my mama reply my friend Birmingham police. I'm my extension number, my friend extension number, no minja message. I'm my mama partner so I follow up, ask any email to them. My any feedback and month now because my partner be next month. Month now I see a mom reply. Almost any people be so feeling because I'm not the owner of the car. I don't want to fail and sign. This is my partner now. And in this case, all the appropriate measures now are taken. Am I okay to prevent any prosecution and charges now?
I mean, first of all, PCSO for community police for power of stop and search. So I'm a uniform on Kwadia or more power of stop and search. They can stop you and search you on their own without the assistance of the police. They don't have to have. Now, are there all kind of power of arrest? Even civilians have the power of arrest. The PCSO can only can only arrest you if one, you're committing an offense, about to commit an offense, have committed an offense, or has reasonable suspicion, say any of the arrestable offenses is happening. To say any of the arrestable offenses are not ultimately arrested. You just don't arrest people. You arrest them for arrestable offense. Offense be or sometimes, so we need reason wouldn't me arrested. And that is why pace amended, I am very specific. Although say it can be for any offense, it has to be an arrestable offense. Bear in mind, say community police, almost protected within the law, and almost actions, almost powers, from the same pace now, police for and so powers free, But just remember, say any obia no timi arrest. The power of arrest is even more draconian than the stop and search or stop and account. And for someone to arrest you, it's either you've committed an offense, about to commit an offense, have committed an offense, or has reasonable suspicion, say your life, you're a harm to yourself, harm to the community, or harm to someone else. Unless that, entisa went me and arrest any panel. The issue with speeding, speed camera biano are backed by law and regulation. And every community will have its own regulation, are backed by statute. The regulation will then designate the area, say you reduce speed and I reduce it. And to say a charge with speeding offense, almost declare regulation and speed limit in say a temporary limiter. In your case, what's it a normal camera 30, but almost road normal increasing to 40. I don't understand.
The road works along the road in 40. Even after speed camera no so 40 is off. And maybe balance and maybe 2 speed camera and a 40 is off.
Yeah.
So me who in this case, which one should I? Because sometimes call motorway now, it makes it now about 60. And so followed by the apprentice, the assistant banner. Intimate, there are road signs now, maybe now, and was what I was following. So say maybe a camera now.
Yeah,
I have a recording on my video recorder, dash cam, a recording event.
Okay.
And once I want evidence, the first process, you say, or wife, or no pen obey me a be letter assign. Or sign or because no driver, 1 hour driver. Now, or much obey me you man no say, or notice wrong because we speedy. It is up to them some be prove say we're speedy. Why?
Okay, but maybe they're not making it say the wife in the country, but grace period, but all efforts on our trauma by email, any automatic response. But so much trauma by email, many automatic response. But almost can be what's the next step to do. Can they bring a fan or anything legal with ya?
The worst case scenario is
maybe approach now I'm taking is better now.
the worst case scenario is charge your wife with overspeeding. That's the worst case scenario. But so only how sign, and in her case, why are very proactive. Actually, I don't think it's a problem. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Uncle Ben.
That's okay.
Yeah. Papa.
Yeah.
That's say next year when I'm right now. What to make challenge? Your man getting ain't no anything I see in law no. Yes, remo and yes, I school, but your man getting business say. Yehu na enwe and fingertips. Other for one person patcho GN radio. Me friend say na waka friend. Hello. I'm say need na kati. Okay. Patcho mafa other for one so your friend say na waka friend.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Papa. So your friend Capra.
Yo, patcho kasabalo wa gadget ne kakra why feedback wa ha.
Okay. Pato.
Yen koso.
Pato.
Pato yen koso me da se.
Pato your friend with Capra. That's a free hotspot.
Uncle Ben Pato tenenka.
Yes.
Okay.
Pato last year then na na June 30th June. Before 30th June, April, na koye ni football men sound. But up to 7 months and March, I'm lawyer.
Okay, I mean, first of all, delay bear a month and 2 months and a mature process a delay I'll bet me. I mean 7 months unreasonable delay. Into the first process and it's obey a complaint. We a complaint now.
My complaint no. Mama me be 20 working days, the 2 months.
Obetro MP. Ochro MP. Obetimi achro local government ombudsman. And I say obetimi aye notice before action, pre-action protocol. Ningina aye tools obetimi use. Sometimes ochro mombetro so yeah delay no because of this reason delay. But say what say what delay inti one yemi case amedo court. You ready say lawyer no atro mo na 14 days ni twem no man fa decision amba wo betua lawyer no cannot the case na court enti wuntimi just ankasa one fa ma me do be court na one fa ma na wugina ho ayasa na anya lawyer no problem enyo no akoso because the first part no your complaint, the second part no aye MP, the third part no obetimi use say EUSSR obetimi use EUSS Resolution Center. Obetime use MP. Obetime use local government ombudsman for the delay. No, local ombudsman, local government ombudsman have fined the Home Office several times for unreasonable delay. 7 months, yes, but anya one na be fine no. Just a Home Office no more was service standards. Until also more do almost service standards no so. To some we be omundi service standard and so on. Then you was so we sure say I was so push you more. Now but that's all you can do at this stage.
Okay, say or the atoso yo Uncle Bay better was say menya odofo bi wa homa na pacho ma me 1 minute bi na menka menua be me question or say good morning please I'm in Ghana. I am a animal correctist abroad no why Miss Remo. I am in Ghana with a profession as a masonry, steel bender and a draftsman. How will I apply for a tier 2 sponsorship program? At the last 2 weeks, you know, near can one sem sa. Uncle Ben, patch to me abuana kakra hama.
I mean, first of all, no migrant route, are very dynamic, and we encourage community to say on be uses our route no the abaha. But I will say we need sponsor, and the case one a sponsor. Sponsor ne will be a okra license or yeah approved by the Home Office. Obetimi I employ now wa mau bibi a friend course. Na course no a code be a you determine whether say will fall within the class of occupations and our trades are omitimi edo wabaha no. we are no amount letter determine wo income na or file it for wasitna. Now let me give you a word of caution. Within the last couple of weeks, menya call every Ghana ni bi ho a me hu bema wa house ada a social worker a local authority bi afane free Ghana abeduha na ono no susu se wo so mama no car osusu se wo so mama no dan osusu se wo so mama no sika bi saa ne mane nyina amma na me ne kasa no it was even bordering on emotional disturbance mesramo sa we are desperate sa wo ba ha be ye adwuma ma obi a ade a e was we are even more desperate ne say wo be redo contract na ode ma wo no employment contract no and now be ma lawyer I explain ya ma wo because scratch ya me ne kasa me bisa ne say ska ene dan ene car o pese o mo de ma wo no e kan wo contract ho ana se debi na eno no ne niema bi a ekoso wa adwuma mu ho no na amana ye so unhappy sem na kasakra no osunwi a opese okọ back to Ghana entiminim se nkrofo pese omo ba ha misramu bebre ye kromu ha no ahatena no edin entisa wo ba ha na wonni sika da ho wonni baabi a wo betena wo be ye social worker wonim driving a create problems ti wo contract no so we hia se ombe boa wo kwan bi so a initial negotiations no ana wo ma wo mu bam kasa ambedu ha e ma wo ho mbe kirewo esa na wadwuma ye no ekotosin a ombetimi ye use wadwuma ye na atosin because woni adwen de ye adwuma no e de yi wadi na ne ye betwa wasetena nim na ne wo se wo Ghana ti moma ye nhya no nso se ye pese ye ba ha ye contract of employment no offer no ye read ni ye onti ase a ma lawyer nhwemu mawo na ye sure se bibia wo mbia no aye ne kwan so na ho amba mbekiro.
Okay, Uncle Ben, you say you be faster futu no. Hello, Kola. Mpacho wa mama so. Your friend saying na wo kasa friend.
Hello, good morning, my team. Good morning, Uncle Ben. If I say a friend, but I'm not sure to dance. If I say a friend, Selena. Me part of my problem, they say, Uncle Ben, I don't know so British. Me waba or ye British. Na truly papa and obey British. It is na kula na so na gi 2.5. Okay. The papa no separation by no or TV akura no passport ni na anti me the court and a court for so na we release the passport no. The court no judgment no body she me say the passport ni wu a e say papa no renew mine. The since the passport no buy was start we changing address the phone number so I think say we change me friend na me no passport no so we say me renew. Then the uncle better without him no make me a baby and as soon as I just say me sign the court.
Yes, mommy. Uncle Ben, mo hayo.
Well, ahima good news amedema wona say we are illegal. We are legal. We are indefinite. We are 1 year. We are 6 months. We are 2.5 months. We are ba na eba no British passport na ewu a. Wo we are illegal no. Ubetimi assign as a parent amano.
Yay! Where the boy and say,
and she say bien ni ho say papa na onu ye gina no so de ye ma akola no no was so sign minim pefe say passport for no in certain instance no omo use we no de awe nkrofo bi I know as a fact because be aba manim da but so we are guardian because Nansenya may represent Devonshire Council. Na omo British passport ama kola bi ntimi na me represent yomo. Na kola na te maami bi nchen. Enti akola no papa no onye interested. Akola ne maame no council na je na free akola ne maame because of yakayaka adibi. Guess say nipa be no sign passport no. Ne guardian na ote ne nchen no. Ne carer no. Foster carer no sign passport no. Enti ehunyi ase papa na ono no ya British na ono no wo stay no obe bluffo minim de nti abi mu tiri mu adensa wabra wo ha oba so men sign the passport. I don't understand. Ohima wo to me say obe sign. Why? Enti court no de court no can say papa non sign because the easiest way to do it. Ose onya unim na addressa koso na sign ma oba no na fako. Why?
Oh, I'm
Good
sorry.
luck.
Or the atuso enti no we nya ne answer ne dada anka be we de yen kan we nso na about 10 past 10:47 enche bia no 11 be born na you few questions kakra nso e wa ha e be ka many abe media ba say with regard declaring to criminal histories for citizenship application, does offenses under Ghanaian traditional jurisprudence, bro, them say the second time I made this meeting, jurisprudence come in anyway, patcha back for nana air ringing no. Patcha, who am I falcon? Hold on, I mean, come away in the answer. Sorry, Uncle Ben. So, for example, someone was found guilty an offense with which is otherwise an offense that attracts a custodial sentence. However, the person was only banished by their village, but was not processed through the police and court system. Hey. Does the person need to declare such an offense and the associated sentence when making a British citizen application, even though it is not officially recorded in the criminal justice system of Ghana? If they have to, would such an offense affect the person British citizen application? Facha me say mystery. Question here mystery. Pacho,
Manyati, za nema wentina anopebia sorry bahano because it's so interesting. I mean, first of all, even under your Ghanaian law, no crano, any criminal offense.
Okay.
Meaning, say traditional leaders in for spiritual reasons and cultural reasons. Only to make us ya banish.
Yes.
But your constitution allows Accra. Obi intimate banish from free area. And first of all, you're against the Ghanaian constitution. Under your criminal code, and you recognize into your criminal offense. Sanso na hanso and your criminal offense. Until when you will be declared.
Yati. Eja obi. Open no asa mochina nkodi akoka say one declare the criminal offenses. Odofo awa ho masum bacho kafra. Efra say na okasa free.
Hello, my friend was in the Cafe London. And then.
Yes,
Koso, meet you.
A born Uncle Ben Abasopa.
That's it.
More boy, Jumapa, more boy, pa, and Shamudianka. Media, I you move with a dream. You picture Mamopa. But the question the person the Busa Uncle Ben Kakra.
Yeah.
Uncle Pacho, 20 years. Me wɔ British passport. Me buy me Kofi da. Me wɔ nua wɔ Ghana anka me pɛ sɛ me invite no December. Efia me tinyamia na me din da bibia so. Me pɛ sɛ me invite me December na me busa sɛ me chances yɛ sɛ na for COVID time so still me invite no. Ne baby, I'm a rented place and then you mean a baby so. With such a possible.
Okay, absolutely. Say Obi Baha on a visitor. I was say no or tres or bow beko. And to would your man baby ada or ba because of 4 year unia, there's an element of family relation. I was say we show with birth certificates in the mano. But on any ewe ni sika oje na dwuma oye na setenem ayere ana ne ku ne ma se odi mu wo Ghana eno mo ne de kire se oba obeko enti the fact say won Ghana da no it may even be say a reason here was a man over because who na che enti was a man over yes COVID time no nyame adom Ghana 40 mi ba ha se wo Ghana na wo ye doubly jabbed Ghana ye ka yeah, AstraZeneca, or here UK, a drone now mujitum 4, Moderna, Oxford AstraZeneca, Jensen, and I think there's another one. I've forgotten what the name is.
Pfizer.
There were Pfizer. Yeah. And to see what was our panebia. Ghana and so minim say I am Moderna, minim say I am AstraZeneca, and I minim say I am Bakubinso, Jensen, no. I'm saying they are one of ones, no. Ghana, yeah, that's so you country, sir. We are doubly jabbed, or Baha, when you test for Ghana and Famba. And I will be doing so from Monday, from 24th, we lateral flow test. I don't know why now we will fee. Now, but obe buku day 2 lateral flow. Nancy me to be na 23 pounds. I'm so much tesocram me 18 pounds. Ube dua, ube bani post to the ho. Now I lateral flow. What you wenum, what the goons you name, we share go. Sa adibia is a stick, plastic, no. A negative, no, she knew how we bium, obi wabeka se upload, nenya certificate. Enti omutimi ba. So when you doubly jabbed our Ghana, na Ghana we are doubly jabbed, I was say what the ukuta evidence. Evidence no say Ghana Health Service certificate no. Be accept no ha. Ti Ghana ya koya nimbe bre. To what certificate no bit. But when you doubly jabbed ube do ha. Ansa na ube bano, I was say we COVID test to Ghana. Ube do ha. Ansa na ube bano, we day 2 and day 8. Ube do ha, ube quarantine for 10 days. Obetimi a 5-day release, test to release. I don't see a possible. But yes, obetimi aba COVID restriction be anyhow. It himself from Monday in so red list no crying in abe kaput. Omo yi omo nyina free ho, which means 3 years in ye to 2 kwan because COVID no nyame adom ye di ne sum kunim. Ti yen koso nya de wo se ye horo yen sa, yen hye mask, yen wo pane no minim se do na heavy me abusia for kra bi kra so mo wo so that the nya de be wo kosoro ba yen wo enti but mama yen wo yen 24 ne wo pane no na ya sitina no ye kwan tu no enye easy mayen na omuntimi emra emesra yen
uncle da se pana na
hello
bisa
lawyer
hold on yeah papa kasa Oh, Nidia Nakasi. I'm sorry. Yo, wow, number and the 8953. Pacho ne do so. Kafra, why?
Yes. Lawyer. Your friend could use because I'm free no something.
Hello,
lawyer, wait there. Me ba kubu anu pay. Me de bosumi nsi ane buy. Be ma benya mfie mi. E kwan be so na make ma fa make me nya asetena wo my way.
Say, Obi bisa me question say, I am bisa say, over 2 days ana. Because explanation, no, I was saying for every aspect of immigration rules.
I was saying.
Ain't o yere wa ha.
But o yere wa ha.
But me ni yere wa, me ni bibia wa.
O we ba wa ha.
Me ni bibia.
What the 20 years wa ha?
Debbie.
And he said, no. Naturally, say, answer no, see you no.
But you would see. No, and not answer no, see you no. But you saw what?
Oba, no, I'm often when you're 2 years. From facts, out there, mamma, when you be our yari, and tia Casco Ghana, or sitting on mobile basa, Winnie Yeroha, Winnie Bawaha. About 6 months, I will back. I be 2 years, windy 20 years. Be sure so we over 25. So we are within 18 and 25. I won't be the half of age or her. When you're under 18, 1 to 7 years. Ain't for those reasons, you know, be anywhere bet me for now. Why?
Okay. Kajum Patrasa Wati. Yo, into when you answer, no, young fan to sooner, young fire and last call. I'm ready so why? Medasi. And there some yay. Overstayers. But your other for must before Becca, no, Uncle Ben.
Yes.
Obi say, or say, men canny message Nansana, my, or say, BWF Solicitors, glass, champion Uncle Ben. Any update news from the Akisenya case, no, please? Any update was right?
Well, make us think I baby we and mama update, but for now, no Akisenya update beyond by. Update, where you good news, and sir. More, your mamu 2.5 and 2.5. So we feel say bibi potting be or braboma. I was say a mau indefinite says here. Ubet me application for indefinite. All those would 10 years no.
Okay.
Under more guidance notes no. I 21st of October no. So we are a between 18 and 25. Now what na half of age. Normally nenke ubedi 10 years and sana mau indefinite. But almost say so wouldn't the 10 years cran where the 5 years are. You bet me about indefinite straight away. And Tinema mienu na make actually your community no. A good news. One. So wo koji 2.5 no na all per se more than 2.5. U bet me I catch from say more than 2.5. So wo koji 2.5 now for say more indefinite straight away. One of the reasons they say one u bet me actually say one more indefinite now. We a student, we nya student financer. Almost say enuntini ebe ma indefinite straight away. We nya say we be 10 years ni nyina. And we are collab between 18 and 25. Where the half of age wa ha. Anke we say we di 10 years and sani about indefinite na. Enu nso no we di 5 years ah. We betimi about for indefinite. Nti niema miensa na maka. 2.5 of 4. Mo betimi aka kire mo say ye di isi passport to ma ye ma more than 2.5. We betimi aka aye possible. 2.5 of 4 more 10 years no so. So what the infant say 2.5 and I wedi 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Na bibi wa brabo munti upese ye ma indefinite straight away. It could even be say we yare. Yare ni bi wo ho a because of wasetena no. Obi wa na or mental health issues, emotional disturbances. My case that because in immigration status and intino onya mental health issues. So utimi masa reason na ye be ma indefinite straight away. Ye be ma indefinite straight away. Sanso na ye mana ida se ya wo mo ha o mabaha no. So obaha time o ya akola asisi a wedi 18 between 18 and 25 no atena half of the age. And also unya so be di 5 years ni nyina. Obetimi di 10 years ni nyina obetimi di 5 years na man indefinite.
Okay, Uncle Ben say yemre na so na tune in any radio no ebeko off in the next 10 seconds but Facebook ni YouTube no mo be check just 5 minutes pena kwala bidina so Uncle Ben answer the question ne keke na afede ye di adwumadie no abawi enti patcho tune in for mo fan che yemre aso na mo betimi switch to Facebook or you can switch to YouTube na mo nhwe ne aka no yo okay caller ujina so mpacho your friend say na o kasa friend be my last caller. Hello,
yeah, good morning. Your friend KK me chia one Uncle Ben.
Yeah Joseph.
My question related to update here by the concession for 2.5 no. Now, let me be say they had one of the conditions so it says you must have held 5 years limited leave to remain. Now, the person be say limited leave no should it be only immigration rule? And so for example, ubi oha na no ye dependent on a Zambrano parent abofra. And as I say, apply for on one family life. Until you spend about 2.5 when so. And as I say, the family life Yaman 2.5. Now it's been 5 years. But the word limited leave back when year under immigration rule. And under immigration rule be only 2.5 no before this EUSS nearby into onye beer. No I can say we're coming into immigration rule. What's my comment on
Well, KK, first of all, obi a dependent. Akola a dependent on concession. That's the first thing you should remember. So akola we use the word dependent on your part of the concession. Concession no apply to akola on no jina ne hoso e dey an application. At the time now, obisa for indefinite now, we di 5 years. Yankasa will say okra 5 years. Yes, will say we di 5 years lawful residence e wo kromo ha. At the time of an application, I was so lawfully. Nti akola no onjina obi so onye dependent. 2 akola na mu no ye between 18 and 25. 3 akola no aye lawful e wa have for at least 5 years. 4 at the time oye an application no akola no e wa lawful residence. So omiti all these requirements are omde be mano.
Okay. Say no. So so the atoso. Yeah, yemre na so intino. No big na so but the atoso. Uncle be better was what ene yesua de pa emre no so come nyayanka. We wesi ni nyayanka. Ye de kakra be kan na nso emre emma ye ho kwa. Intino ye gidi pa so ochina sa de ye besa aka. Uncle be me big question me ntimi ambisa o. The pa ko no so aha me sa.
Echina na de aka ho.
Maybe a fine story or there it involved this police and rape and stuff like that, you know, or send it to me ebisa. Yo, it's for a better massive mobile Facebook ne so nyina ne YouTube no nyame shramo me kasa me bo din mati alarm no na ekono say or send me na me sorry na me call intino duada sare kwajoto for Joe Mens tiliduma chese Amos answer Michael J mia mini palayarechi yeda se medam nyina se din dos ye din dos enensuma ba amana ye fe ntinya menhira mo sanso na ochna the community and the law is coming on. Community and the law. It do us and my so excited. Intino Mombra na or honey more time to digest into all these questions and mamo answers. Into make a date with us on BWF Solicitors website, their Facebook and their YouTube site, all the social handles now. Community and the law bason. Ochina me gidi pa yi se ebia na question ene topic yi asan ato aso honum intino monyamre 4:00 sharp to 6:00 ye beba live. Uncle Ben ye be sorry akọ na nkran pacho minim se waka update ni mum eden na ye mfa hye nkoto dwemu weekend
say MTN 4B bi almost say don't be a mugu police ni enye kakai. Me pese as a community no ye start proactive. Police ni gina wa ti ni din ni station reason or the gina. Police ni ntimi gina kwa because ohwe wanima ohonye fe. Uye tuntum wabo rasta watare ujinsa wo hye na tete anase wo ho ayefi. Police ni ntimi nchew wabra on committee offense. Wo committee offense and our reasonable suspicion say wo committee offense. Police ni share uniform ontimi nchew agise we yi ne warrant a chero. Community police officer and share uniform ontimi nchew. Community police officer share uniform obetimi agina ebisa questions. So police ni gina wa bisa ne say gina na wa gina me no wa detain me ata. Osi on detain wa obetimi atwi afa no so. Wo pesa on di nkoma obetimi ne di nkomo. Police ni chew no osi on detain wa your friend stop an account utimi jaho. Police in HO now ubisane say we detain me no so we detain wa stop and search you know or so what reasonable excuse intia or the original or so chere wa deport intia or the original sanso na ye declare area be section 60 designated e was so ma reason tia ye designate na mo catch say intina ya ha section 60 so we Brixton Tube Station, Tottenham Tube Station, Stratford Bats Garage, na police for immigration for us alive. Na wudu hoa, no mujinawa, bisa omusa omu detaining wa, omukasa omu detaining wa, utimi twi form soko. Ene we na midi ijao. Don't be a mugu, fight back.
Don't be a mugu, fight back. And the word is, am I detained? Pacha brofu we mamore in few. Am I detained? And we bisa no say yes sir. Na ontra ni intira. Enye no so utumiko. Sanity. Uncle Ben, you better see BWF Solicitors team na you better see radio. And so I see manyati was so you better see ene wejine amaye na ye kwi yenjamu ho china mo make date na mo join yen it's 4:00 sharp to 2 solid hours. Uncle Ben will be there and to make a date with us over BWF Solicitors omo 7 sisters Tube Station is so pepe 214 to 218 High Road 7 Sisters no postcode na ye N154NP. Mame ncho na mawe, tro na mawe in case na bibia how adwe was immigration semune litigation Ghanaian law, family law hun semsemu. Bomode na ko hu domestic violence especially na se me hu say ekoso pa no crowd to me gina so e de nya sa we indefinite no me bo a de bisa Uncle Ben o be ka che. Intifa number we 0208 493 7340. So number we are very, very important. For 2 phones, so natural BWF Solicitors boldly kakraka so na dachi be and yeah nene here one dachi be a be here. Uncle Ben, your best friend your main pipe but na sene otna. Your best son Asia. Have a very good weekend. Na
and same to you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP, just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground.